From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Imran Khan is obsessed with India. He's completely obsessed to the power of infinity with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He kept rambling and repeating Prime Minister Modi's name about 100 times while taking the stage at the UNGA. But then we must also give it to him for his honesty. Tonight, before 193 nations, the Pakistani Prime Minister admitted on record that as a country, Pakistan takes money in order to create and indoctrinate terrorism and create and indoctrinate jihadi terrorists. Here's that admission, and then I'll tell you about 21 of his other big goof-ups during that rambling speech.
On The Debate tonight, Imran exposes Pakistan. Jolted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech, Imran Khan blurted out the truth about Pakistan.
These Mujahideen groups, which were treated in guerrilla warfare, were trained by Pakistan Army, funded by the Western countries and especially US, and they waged what was a freedom struggle in Afghanistan. The Soviets called them terrorists. We call them freedom fighters.
A stunning admission on taking stage at the UNGA. Even crying and complaining about bankruptcy.
We do not have the sort of money to have expensive lawyers and spend millions and millions of dollars. We need help from the rich countries.
But tonight, it is this message that is uniting the world against terror and its sponsors.
हम उस देश के वासी हैं जिसने दुनिया को युद्ध नहीं बुद्ध दिए हैं, शांति का संदेश दिया है। और इसलिए हमारी आवाज में आतंक के खिलाफ दुनिया को सतर्क करने की गंभीरता भी है और आक्रोश भी।
Let's debate.
And ladies and gentlemen, let's have the 50-50 debate on the screen, those on India's side and those on Pakistan's side. The world would be on India's side. And there are only some people, and I must begin by saying this, that can you hear me, Mr. Shuja Nawaz? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Mr. Shuja Nawaz, I was amazed at the buffoon that Imran Khan is. I mean, we always know that that man is a buffoon, but to go and ramble and gloat and then actually go on to say that we've been taking money, that we have been taking money to create terrorists is an act of global stupidity. There's no other way I can say it. Katie Hopkins is on air. I'm not going to be subtle about it. He actually went on air. Can you hear me? That's Shuja Nawaz on the left. Can I have Shuja Nawaz on the left, Janisha, and Katie Hopkins on the other side? Or anyone on the other side. Let's get them both on. Shuja Nawaz, he went on to explain, Shuja Nawaz on the other side, please. He went on to explain why Pakistan was taking money to train terrorists on the behest of the Americans. And then he went on to say that we were taking money to indoctrinate people into jihadi terrorism. And then he went on to say that after 9/11 we were conflicted. We had created these terrorists and now we were being told to eliminate them. Was he on some kind of substance, Mr. Nawaz, or is this man stable? What was he talking about?
Arnab, this is old history, and Imran Khan was repeating it. There was nothing new or startling about it, as you appear to make it out to be. Imran Khan, in fact,
No, 1 second, just a minute, Shuja Nawaz. You are saying to me tonight, 1 second, Shuja Nawaz, let me hold you right there. You are saying that the Prime Minister of Pakistan goes on stage and says that we are a terrorist country, we were taking money to create terrorists, to indoctrinate them into jihad, to train them into killing people. And that is why after 9/11 we were conflicted, because you see, these were all terrorists who we were emotionally attached to. You are saying, Katie Hopkins, he is saying tonight that a Prime Minister of Pakistan admitting to creating terrorist groups is a normal thing. I think it's completely abnormal. Katie, what do you think?
It's completely abnormal, and it's very typical of the sort of language we see from Islamists and extremists in the USA as well, where they talk about Ilhan Omar said 9/11 was something that some people did, and it's this idea of normalizing terror. All we heard from Imran Khan were threats, his attempt to make himself the global spokesperson for Islam, and this sense that he wants bloodbath in Kashmir. We heard him say, when the curfew is lifted, there will be a terror attack and there will be a bloodbath.
Yeah, he said that. So he was promising a bloodbath. He's saying there's going to be another terrorist attack. You're spot on. Our guests from Pakistan are there. Actually, some of the Pakistanis say we don't know where to look right now. We cannot actually believe it that we have one personalized. Sambit Patra, can I have everyone on? Can I make a request? Janisha, can I have everyone on the screen right now so that we can start getting reactions to this live debate? And Raja Faisal is with us. And Colonel Asad Mahmood is with us. Congratulations. Colonel Asad Mahmood, your Prime Minister actually went and said, I'm the leader of a terrorist state. And then he went on to say...
Congratulations to you, and I feel
then he went on to say...
I know the screams, I know...
Then he went on to say...
Your head and mind.
He said or not? You tell me, Raj. I have been asking you this question. I've been asking you this question for a very long time.
The way you have been carrying out the terrorism in the region.
I have been saying, I've been asking you for a long time.
Yeah, he has denuded your country right on that forum which you really deserve. And he is the man, he is the statesman. He has proved his guts, he has proved his worth that way. And this is what I wanted to tell you. And
I generally think...
Sorry for that.
People were booing your Prime Minister and you're calling him...
Okay, everyone on. Yeah, everyone's on, please.
That's all. Hostage, for God's sake.
Okay,
so
okay.
Yeah, but don't make the people...
Arnab is a statesman for Islamists and jihadists because he represents the establishment that's feeding all these nefarious forces. He's trying to distance himself from those forces by making these public admissions, but he's part of the system.
Yeah, this is what I want to
tell you. I want to... Just 1 minute. Colonel Asad, control yourself, yeah? It's your Prime Minister who's on substance abuse, not you. It's your Prime Minister who's into narcotics, not you. Don't behave like you're on dope. Now, 1 second. The question is this. The question is this.
This is the propaganda you are harping here and there.
Why would
took on the India.
Sambit Patra, this man, 1 minute, just a minute. This man today, thank you, controller. This man, Sambit, in a confused and almost what I think is an unstable rant, admitted to taking money to spread jihadi terrorism. You know what that makes you? It makes you a country for sale to the highest bidder.
Backing the non-state actors and the state actors.
No, he said we took the money. No, not at all. That non-state actor, state actor division is a part of history now. Because he said the state took money. No, you don't understand. He said the state took money. I'm sorry, everyone's on. He said the state took the money. He said the state of Pakistan took the money. Oh, for God's sake, you sellouts.
He understands.
He said, we took the money.
Why don't you confess?
He said, we took the money to breed and shelter terrorists. Do you understand English? That's what he said. I heard him loud and clear.
I understand very well, better. You understand what he was trying to tell
openly
you.
admitted that we trained jihadists and sent them to Kashmir.
But to say that the UNGA,
General Parvez Musharraf
Sambit is on the debate with Raja Faisal now.
My participation over
have
here.
become brazen.
Yeah, Mr. Arshad, allow me a few
and
seconds.
they're washing their
Mr.
dirty
Arshad, allow
hands
me a
in
few
public,
seconds.
Arnab.
I would
That's what
request the
they're doing now.
Pakistani panelists, please let's behave. Let's behave. Let's allow each other some space over here. Thank you. Mr. Goswami, we all have been intently watching. Not only we, in fact, the world has been intently watching both the leaders. Mr. Arshad, I request, Mr. Arshad, I request you. This is not the way. The world is watching you, sir. Please, you are aged. Please behave of your age, sir. Thank you.
I understand world is
Mr.
watching.
Goswami, the world has been watching as to what was transpiring in the UNGA today.
That is more
we saw the leaders of
louder, please.
India and Prime Minister speaking today. We saw the Prime Minister of India and we saw the Prime Minister of Pakistan speaking today. Let me say, what a contrast, what a contrast. We had power and confidence on one side while we had pity and confusion on the other side. I pity Mr. Imran Khan for the kind of statements he has made, and let me tell you, I have only seen the tweets of his statement. I would not even like to listen to what Mr. Imran Khan has said. Because as far as confession, Mr. Arshad, please behave yourself. This is not Pakistan. This is not Pakistan, Mr. Arshad. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Don't behave like Imran Khan.
Because you don't like truth, I know. Yeah.
Mr. Goswami,
my
God, where do you get these morons and fools from? They don't even know how to behave.
Everyone on, please. Thank you.
Please behave. Mr. Goswami, as far as the confession of Mr. Imran Khan regarding the Mujahideens and their training is concerned, there's nothing new and nothing to be surprised about. I mean, since the last fortnight, Mr. Imran Khan has been in a confession spree. He went to the US.
That's
and
true.
then he
That's
went to
true.
Mr. Trump with a begging bowl, and he went ahead to say, well, 30,000 to 40,000 terrorists are holed up in Pakistan. We have 30 to 40 Atanki Tanzeem in Pakistan. Then the other day he went to Russia and said, we were the ones who trained the Mujahideens because we got money from US and so we were training the Mujahideens. Then he went ahead to say, day before yesterday, in an interview in America, that, well, yes, we were the ones, the Pakistani army and the ISI, which was training the Al-Qaeda. So literally the Pakistani Prime Minister has declared that they are a terror state. That's what the world has been saying. That wherever terror emanates across the globe, the footprints ultimately leads to Pakistan. This is what Imran Khan says. Now, what are you both looking at? Both of you. Have your coffee. At least there's no money for coffee in Pakistan left. Have your coffee and leave.
Simple.
Mr. Patra, our Prime Minister only mentioned one name, one name in case if he ever wanted to mention in terms of being a terrorist, and that was Kulbhushan Yadav. What about that?
No, 1 second. Did he or did he not say? No, 1 second. Faisal, Raja, 1 minute. Raja, 1 minute. Jinisha, 1 minute. Raja, I'm speaking to you. Raja, I'm speaking to you.
Let him be replying for this.
No, 1 second.
Kulbhushan Yadav, you have received a slap from the International Court of Justice.
And it's Jadhav, not Jadhav. Please get the pronunciation correct. It's Kulbhushan Jadhav. Speak with respect. What is this Jadhav? Don't know how to pronounce an Indian name, don't utter it.
Yadav.
Yeah.
And he happens to be a
Jadhav.
Rajput as well. I have a decent respect
These Pakistanis.
for him.
Now listen to me.
I have a decent respect for him, but you have to own him.
Yeah, that's fine. We're going to get him back. We own him. We are not. Yeah, we own him. Now the question is this.
He's been used by your country.
Yeah, the question is this. The question is this. You see, GD Bakshi, today was a very interesting situation. For the first time ever, Pakistan explained to the world, General Bakshi, why they were supporting and giving sanctuary to Osama bin Laden. I mean, your Prime Minister, their Prime Minister, GD Bakshi, if you can call him that, he went on stage, General Bakshi, and he said that we created Osama. And we created the concept of jihadi terrorism because we were getting paid for it. And after 9/11, we didn't know what to do. Because we were the creators of this terrorism. Now you are telling us to fight it. So I admire the candor. I admire the candor. But implication of the candor is great. I admire the candor, but I want you to focus on the implication of the candor, which is that the entire world right now will demand accountability from you. Please, General Bakshi.
It was the Cold War, and Pakistan was in alliance with the West. And that's
You were
when
not
they
in alliance, you were on their
You need to
rolls. Do you understand
that.
the difference? You were on their payroll, you shameless country. You were on their payroll. Do you understand that Katie is also on? Everyone's on, please.
You need to face the facts. That is the
General Bakshi.
Can I, my dear friend, request you to
Katie,
have a rational debate? I can't hear you at the same time.
1 minute. We've heard a lot from the gentleman. I say
Can I?
nothing. But in my country,
Arnab, can I please? Arnab, I would like to point out that Arnab, can I please point out that Pakistan has been habitual of renting out its territory to extra regional powers to gain some advantage against a larger rival, India, on its eastern front. They would sell anything to get that advantage. They joined the SEATO and CENTO pacts not to fight communism, but to acquire weapons to fight India. And all the weapons they got from the United States, they used against us in the 1965 war. And you know, Arnab, I would like to tell you that if you make your country a bridgehead for a revanchist ideology called jihadism, this is what Wali Nasser says. Pakistan turned itself into a bridgehead for the export of violent jihadi Islam to all over the world, to Chechnya, Philippines, to Thailand, to India.
Yeah, one sec. Katie wants to make a point. Katie, go on, Katie. What's your point? To go on.
Thank you. If I can make a point that when Imran Khan stands on the world stage and he encourages terrorism, we feel the impact of it in the UK and the USA. Because of Imran Khan, we have terrorist attacks in the UK because we have a huge Pakistani community here, and we feel the impact at a very direct level.
Katie with Asad Mahmood.
Yeah.
Katie and Asad Mahmood. Yeah, go on.
Because of the UK.
So my concern is that whilst Imran stands there and everybody thinks he's doing a great job for Pakistan, all he's doing is inciting violence. He specifically talked about 8 million Muslims in Kashmir and the impact that's going to have on 200 million Muslims in India. And there will be violence, and Imran Khan is inciting violence, not only in India, but in my country as well, in Britain, where we have a huge Pakistani population.
Do you know about her? I'm so happy that she's at your side today.
And not on our side.
She is a known Islamophobe. She is a known Islamophobe throughout the world.
You know, sir, you can call me an Islamophobe, sir, but actually, my own Islamophobia came about when two of your jihadis came to chop my head off, sir. The reason I'm Islamophobic, sir, is because jihadis came to chop my head off, sir, and because Islam tries to take over my country, sir. And the reason I'm against Islam is because it doesn't help women like me, sir. Would you rather I was at the back, sir? Is that your problem? Is your problem that I'm a woman? Is that it? Would you rather I was in the kitchen? Is that your problem? Because you're from Pakistan. You're a little bit repressive when it comes to women. Is that your problem, sir?
Katie, 1 minute. 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 This is not a debate on Islam, but I will say one thing, and I have with me now, I have with me Tariq Fateh joining me. You know the problem, Katie, with these people is. You know the problem with these people is. Let me tell you the problem with these people is. When they hear reason that comes from the other side, their blood boils. Because these people are for sale, this Raja Faisal, these Pakistanis are for sale to the highest bidder. And today, let me tell you, there is outside the United Nations, I have Tariq Fateh with me. I know you hate Tariq Fateh, but tell me, Tariq Fateh. Tell me, Tariq Fateh, you're there in New York today. Good afternoon to you, Tariq. Good morning to you, whatever the time there is.
Yes.
The question is, Tariq Fateh, tell Raja Faisal and tell us, oh, please, will the Pakistanis, for God's sake, be quiet for a minute. The problem with you is you've closed your eyes to reasonable conduct.
Pakistan.
No, Katie, 1 minute.
Get rid of him. What is the point of him?
1 second.
I don't see the point of the Pakistani.
One second. No, Katie, we must push our point across. Katie, 1 minute. I have Tariq Fateh with me. Tariq Fateh, come into the debate, my friend. Come into the debate with these two unreasonable people from Pakistan whose names are Asad Mahmood. These two unreasonable people from Pakistan. One is a retired colonel called Asad Mahmood, and the other is a person, as a journalist called Raja Faisal. And since they will not believe it, oh, for God's sake, who do you think you are giving me background music, Raja Faisal? Will you be quiet, please, for a while? I'm not asking you to speak. Speak when you're spoken to. You want me to be rude? I can be very rude, as you know. Yeah, thank you. This is not some Pakistani TV program where you can say what you want. You see Tariq Fateh. Tell me, rather tell these Pakistanis. Did Imran Khan say or not that we were taking money to indoctrinate people into jihadi terrorism?
He exposed the West.
Damn it, he said that.
He exposed the Americans.
Absolutely, he said that.
He exposed the Americans.
In fact, no Pakistani is ashamed of that. The entire Pakistani identity is based on taking money.
Tariq Fateh is on the debate with them.
Or the Nawab. Oh, please, can you make him quiet? Oh, please keep quiet. Oh, please keep quiet. You know, you have bad breath, you know. You have bad breath. It's coming all the way from Pakistan to New York. Please, close your lips. You have bad breath, please, sir. यार इसको निकालो, ये कहाँ से जानवर ले आते हैं आप लोग? भाई पाकिस्तान, oh please, for goodness sake, brush your teeth. You got bad breath. Its stench is overpowering.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you.
It's going all the way to the UN General Assembly.
Raja Faisal and this.
Oh, for goodness sake, you stop using wooden twigs to brush your teeth. We've invented the toothbrush and the toothpaste, you idiots. Go to the Himalayas.
I know your worth.
Yeah.
I know your worth from where you speak.
Oh, bhai, go to some camel, ride a camel back to Arabia. Ride a damn camel back to Arabia, you idiot.
Calm down,
sons of Temur.
You stupid.
Arnab,
this is what I tell you. You shameless
I must congratulate you, Arnab.
Asad Mahmood.
The only argument they have.
Asad Mahmood going to.
Because you are answerable on behalf of
only people they know how to kill
I just want
You are the killers of Muslims.
I want to tell you.
यार एक तो यहाँ English सीखो या पंजाबी.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a question. No. The question is, Raja Faisal, if I can ask you one question. It's a one-on-one between you and me. It's your lucky day. You're going to get an exclusive question from me. And everyone, please note. Sambit, please note, but please don't speak. My question to you is, Raja Faisal. These are the words. I was listening to Imran Khan very closely. And he said the following. He said that we were taking money to train Mujahideen groups into warfare and terrorism. And then he said that we were giving refuge to people like Osama bin Laden. Then he said we were taking the money to indoctrinate people into jihad. In other words, you do realize this seriously. Let me complete my point, please. You know, Raja Faisal, listen to me. Raja Faisal, listen to me. Oh, you want to play ping pong with me? Okay, let's start. Okay, here's one question and one answer.
He was trying to expose the West. He was trying to expose the Americans that during the Cold War, Pakistan was used by them to create this
used by them was everyone, but at the end he turned out to be naked.
All of the things were done. The
Mr.
Soviets
Goswami,
were wiped out.
Can this man?
Okay, Tariq is also on. Let's have the debate.
Mr. Goswami, what is their argument? Their argument is that Mr. Imran Khan was trying to expose everyone on this earth. Imran Khan was trying to expose
Tariq, 1 minute, just wait a minute, Tariq.
Was trying to expose India, and let me tell you, no, let me, just a second, let me answer this man. Sir, in the attempt to expose everyone at the end, in fact, Pakistan was standing naked there on the rostrum.
Oh, this is what it is. And what about Narendra Modi?
What is this about Narendra Modi obsession?
ये क्या है? ये वो क्या है? ये आपका वो आधा पौना पाव न्यूक्लियर वेपन है.
आप बताइए ना.
Stop dropping your this आधा पौना पाव का न्यूक्लियर वेपन. बैठिए चुपचाप बैठिए. तारिक फतेह जी को बोलने दीजिए.
Tarik Fateh now, please, somebody. He said,
suited for gada gaadis, oont gaadi.
Now the question is, Tariq Fateh.
कहाँ atom bomb इनके पास आ गया? There's nothing there.
No, Tariq Fateh. He then went on to say, 1 second, my next question, Tariq Fateh. General Bakshi just coming to you. General Bakshi, don't lose your patience. Tariq Fateh. Asad, please don't do this. Please don't do this. I know you are a Pakistani, but still don't do this. I know. Please don't behave like a Pakistani. Thank you. Now listen to me. Tariq Fateh. I know it's unfortunate that you have to behave like a Pakistani, but try to desist from that.
I have to. There's no way out.
Proudly behave like Pakistanis.
We are really proud of it.
Okay, one sec. He also said, thank you. He also said, General Bakshi, tell me one thing. Now, after doing all this, he went to the UNGA and he says in panic, if conventional war starts between the two countries, nuclear countries, anything can happen. But fact of the matter is, G.D. Bakshi, who listens to him doing this now? He was crying. He said, Indians bombed us. Then he went on to say, we have no money because our previous Pakistani leaders plundered us. I mean, your Pakistani leaders plundered you. It's your problem. How is it a global problem? You are a bunch of corrupt people. It is your problem.
American world. And he has done
which self-respecting leader goes and says, I represent a corrupt country. My people are dying because we have been corrupt. It's your damn problem. What is oh-ho? What kind of Pakistani expression is that oh-ho?
Prime Minister, he has highlighted your point as well. You very well know that in India, corruption
so we are on our way to being a $5 trillion economy. Be careful of what you're talking about. Yeah.
You should be thankful to my Prime
General
Minister because he has highlighted your problems as well. Whereas your Prime Minister did not highlight.
Your Prime Minister is an unstable man. Your Prime Minister is an unstable man who has proven that on a global forum today.
Scream your bloody head off.
Your Prime Minister is a proven crook. Your Prime Minister is a proven goon. Your Prime Minister is a proven terrorist.
Pipe down.
Sir, I hope you're feeling better. Continue. General Bakshi.
Okay. We heard you.
I need some water.
Yeah, you need some water for sure.
Arnab, can their volumes please be turned down? They are just screaming there.
Sir, volume turned down a buri baat hai.
Tariq Fateh is live. He's walking on the streets of New York. It is live.
Thank you.
Arnab, he's feeling very sick. General Sahab.
We are not on a comedy show, please. Arnab, what I want to just inform my military counterparts, just listen to this. I want to inform my military counterparts on the other side. All this rationale that you are giving, that you supported the jihad against the Soviets and then you were dumped. Can I please finish, sir? Thank you. You supported the jihad against the Soviets and then you were dumped by your Americans. Sir, you were dumped for the precise reason that the victory so-called against the Soviets had gone to your bloody heads, and now you wanted to destroy the United States, which had given you and your jihadi cohorts money to wage the jihad against the Soviet forces. You started waging a jihad against the United States. What do you expect except a bloody kick?
Okay, Atikur is also.
Then what do you expect from the United States?
Atikur is making some kind of a point, I think.
For a kick on your butt, and you got exactly that, sir. And you will get more of it.
I say it was a
You will get more of it because you have a very sad habit of going into triumphalism.
We are living in 2019.
You are just shouting your bloody head off like a jackass.
For both of the so-called leaders.
I expect an officer and a gentleman, so-called, to behave in a more civilized manner.
First of all, I also want to say today, Dr. Atikur Rahman, thank you for joining me. From any, definition, the definition of a madman is a man who addresses himself and goes on non-stop. Did you notice today, and can you please tell all our Indian viewers, why there was nobody at the UNGA when Imran Khan was speaking. You know, if you saw, the whole audience was khali, they were all empty chairs, and there was Imran Khan who was rambling to himself. It's a unique situation. It's never happened before. I've spoken to people who covered the UN for a long time, right? And so when Imran Khan went and said there that we have no money, we have no money, we have no money, our leaders have been corrupt, they've taken money away, we have no money, we are a poor country, we don't even have money for lawyers, we need money from rich countries, we are a poor country. 17 times he said, I'm a poor country. Now, my question to you is not about why you're a poor country, we know why you are. But why was there nobody there listening to him? Can I show you the pictures, Dr. Atikur Rahman? What do you think it represents about the situation of Pakistan today? Oh, totally empty. Totally empty.
Okay, it's okay.
You go all the way from Pakistan to New York to speak to yourself. No. Tell me one thing. If anybody were to tell you that Atikur Rahman, go from Islamabad to New York, I will put you in an empty room, speak to yourself and come back. Would you do that? Because the entire hall was empty today. Would you do that, Atikur? Everyone on, back on.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. And okay, please listen.
This is the shot.
My comment. Thank you so much for inviting me in this program. And I think the problem presently with Indian media is our Prime Minister is speaking about Kashmir. First time.
Why was there nobody there is my very specific question to you.
International community
my specific question to you. Why was there nobody there to listen to him? One listen to me. Atikur, listen. Tell me, am I telling you the truth or not? Am I not saying the correct thing? You saw the picture there. I'll show the picture again. Atikur, my question to you is, forget your madness, obsession on Kashmir. Why was there nobody there? No, it was more than half empty.
Who cares about Pakistan?
Just a minute.
Look at the picture. There's nobody there.
Who cares about Pakistan? Why would people be wasting their time to listen to Mr. Imran Khan?
No, you didn't intervene, but there's nobody to listen to him.
People to listen
what
me
is
very
Mr.
carefully.
Imran Khan, a crybaby? That is all. He's a crybaby and he has been ranting the same narrative out and out almost every day. So why would people waste their time listening to the same things? Almost every second day he has been confessing that, well, yes, we are a terror nation. And every second day he says that we don't have money. So what was new in this speech? Mr. Goswami, I want to know from Mr. Atikur Rahman as to what was new in this speech of Mr. Imran Khan. Because every second day he says that we don't have money. He goes with a begging bowl to every nation demanding money. Every second day he confesses somewhere or other that, well, yes, we are a terror nation, we have given training.
Every second.
Yesterday your reporter asked him कि आप begging bowl के साथ आए हैं. Then he said, नहीं, मैं begging bowl के साथ नहीं आया हूँ. Your reporter asked him in a press conference, sir. Mr. Atikur, Mr. Goswami, you should show him that clip.
I just want you to correct your position. My Prime Minister is again and again saying something to do with Kashmir. Kashmir is the problem.
Why are you going around with a begging bowl? Then he says that, नहीं, मैं begging bowl के साथ नहीं आया हूँ. This is the condition of Mr. Imran Khan. Literally everyone knows that he's out with a begging bowl. And secondly, as far as confession is concerned, every second day he's confessing that we are the ones who are perpetrating terrorism. So what was new in his speech? It was the same crying, it was the same chest beating, it was the same ranting, nothing new. I've never seen a chief of a country behaving in this juvenile manner, in this puerile manner as Mr. Imran Khan has done. What a puerile waste of time, I would say.
Yeah, Omar, I will not ask you.
Patra, you seem rattled. Why are you so rattled by Imran Khan's speech? Look at your face. You're sweating.
I'm amused, sir, not rattled. No, my face is amused, sir. I'm amused, not rattled. Rattled are your brothers, sir, over here. Your brothers who are participating in the debate, they have been shouting non-stop.
You start behaving in Kashmir and
terrified was Imran Khan when he said हमारे ऊपर बॉम्ब गिरा सकते हैं फिर से. Terrified was Imran Khan when he said that हमारे ऊपर फिर से बालाकोट कर सकते हैं. They can drop a bomb on us to procure POK. Terrified was Imran Khan when he was begging for money from everyone else. That we are a poor nation, we don't have money. Give us some money. They no money.
Omar, one sec.
He was terrified.
Omar, one sec. GD Bakshi is on. One sec. Omar, 1 minute. Omar, listen to me. Omar, listen to me. Omar, be a good boy, listen to me. The question is, he said at the UN, tell me one thing, Omar, if you don't listen to me, I'll take you off air. I'm very rude about these things, you know. So I asked Faisal this. He said, Faisal, the Prime Minister of Pakistan went to the UNGA and he said that we took money to train the Al-Qaeda into jihadi terrorism. No, Omar, that's a waste of time. Sriram, you heard that, right? He said, we took money from the Americans to train the Al-Qaeda into jihadi terrorism. That is as simple as it can get. Now, this is what we've been accusing you of this while.
Arnab,
why did it take so long for Imran to say this? No, did he say this or not?
What my Prime Minister has said is...
Did he say this or not? Did he say this or not? My simple question to you is, did he say this or not? No, my question to you is, listen to me, Faisal, don't be a damn coward and run away from my question. Did he say it or not? That we took money to train the Al-Qaeda into jihadi terrorism. Did he say so or not?
From the communists.
Did he say so or not?
We helped the West to put an end to communist Russia. That's what we did. Soviets had to go back.
No, so you took money to train the Al-Qaeda and jihadi terrorists. So what are you saying, man? I mean...
Took the money which was expanded over this project.
So you're a bribe taker, man. You're a bribe taker.
To eradicate...
You're a bribe taker country. Your Prime Minister says on the global stage that we are a country of bribe takers. Do you have any shame?
For money, they will sell their soul.
Our country was next to Afghanistan, and we had our own worries that if Russia is expanding itself...
GD Bakshi, Sriram Chole, no, everyone's on now. No. Admission time. Admission time. Submits back. Sriram Chole is on the attack.
We were clever enough to use the
Just a second, Mr. Goswami, look at the Pakistani panelist. He's saying that we took the money for the project. No, just a second. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. The Pakistani panelist says, we took the money for the project. For them, terrorism is a project.
Shame
on them. For them, terrorism is a project. It's a project, and sorry, sir, you called Hafiz Saeed the professor day before yesterday in United Nations. So for you, terrorism is a project, and Hafiz Saeed is a professor. No, just a second, sir. Look at these Pakistanis. For them, terrorism is a project for which they take money, and Hafiz Saeed is a professor who needs reimbursement. He's a professor who needs reimbursement.
No.
Shameless fellows. ये भाड़े का टाई कोट पहन के shameless fellows. ये भाड़े का कोट टाई पहन के. From where have you rented your coat and tie, you shameless fellows? ये कहाँ से रेंट पे लाए हो ये कोट टाई? ये मोटा सा टाई कहाँ से लाए हो बताओ? ये कहां से भाड़े पे लाए हो बताओ? ये भाड़े पे टाई पहन के यहाँ चिल्लाते हो? ये भाड़े पे टाई कहां से लाए? छिपा रहे हो? टाई छिपा रहे हो अपना? मैं जानता हूँ भाड़े पे टाई लाके पहने हो.
Katie,
God, these renter tie project terrorism experts.
No.
Interrupt, boys, please.
You know, Katie, if I can have you back on the debate.
Thank you.
Some people say it's a goof up. Oh, please, will you listen to me? Please.
Please, could you silence the boys?
Can you have 2 minutes of silence on the other? No, they can't be silenced because they were silenced by their Prime Minister. See, listen to me. First of all, Omar Altaf, stop taking out your frustration on my program. I didn't force your Prime Minister to admit that you took money.
I'm just exposing.
Let's turn the volume down on the voice. Can I just say something?
Katie.
A butcher of Gujarat.
Thank you.
Katie.
So, yes. Listen, boys, listen. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Start using them in the ratio that you were given them. Terrorism is not a project in my country. As a mother of small children, terrorism means that my children are under threat of attack. And because we have such a high Pakistani population in the UK, the threat of terror is real for me and my family. So you can shout all you want, but unless you start listening, you're never going to live. And the truth of it is that we need a residency, we need strong nationalists, and we need Imran to go away. He incites violence, he incites extremism. He said there's only one Islam, which means he's responsible for radical Islam as well. And we need more of what India brings, which is peace and prosperity, and we need less of what Pakistan brings, which is terror and hate. And that clear message from the UK.
No,
I think also for the USA.
Katie, they are not listening to you, unfortunately, because they realize they're not listening to Shriram Cholia. Shriram Cholia, I think one of the reasons they're not listening to Katie tonight, and GD Bakshi on the debate, one-on-one, if you have the courage, the ability, the intellectual depth, which obviously you don't, then there's only one person on the Indian side now, his name is General GD Bakshi. General GD Bakshi versus General GD Bakshi.
Goswami is a coward.
Yeah, okay, man. And what are you? Richie Rich? Your country goes and says, I'm bankrupt. I don't engage into silly arguments. Silly arguments in a demented logic of yours, Omar. For a long time, I told you to get yourself an education. Omar. The problem with you, everyone on is, the problem with you is you are illiterate and insecure, which is a dangerous combination. Illiterate and insecure. Thank you. General Bakshi, what in your view? I'm coming to you, Shriram. General Bakshi alone right now in a one-on-one debate with Colonel Assad. General Bakshi, what is the implication in your view of the Pakistani Prime Minister telling the whole world that they have been taking money to create terrorist groups? For whatever has been left of...
It was basically... No,
don't do this no number. What is the implication? General Bakshi first. Say it to Colonel Assad, General Bakshi. Tell him the implication.
Arnab, this is an opportunist country that has taken every attempt that it has been offered to redress the military balance with India.
Ask Sri Lankan, ask Nepal, ask Bangladesh.
Is this a...
please come on now. Bakshi, continue. Reduce the volume. General Bakshi, continue.
Come on, yeah. I mean, this is...
General Bakshi, continue.
Arnab, please put his volume down.
I put the volume down. Continue, General Bakshi.
Arnab, I am trying to...
General Bakshi, continue.
Arnab, I am trying to tell them that these gentlemen have a habit of hubris and triumphalism which is irrational. They thought they had defeated the Soviet Union single-handed. And then this jihadi group set out to target and destroy the United States. And it went to the head of these Pakistani generals that if they could humble one superpower, they could do it to the second superpower, they could do it to a regional power like India. In the bargain, they have almost destroyed, beggared their country, and today you have the rant from this Prime Minister, this selected, not elected Prime Minister, that I have no money, but I will have rivers of blood flowing in Jammu and Kashmir.
Exactly.
I will wage an asymmetric war. I will have more Pulwamas. I have no money. My country is dying because of lack of money. My country is on the verge of collapse, but I will fight with India. Just try it, my friend. Colonel साहब, एक बारी आपका मुल्क दो टुकड़े हो चुका है. कर्नल साहब, एक बारी तुम्हारा मुल्क दो टुकड़े हो चुका है. Don't tempt. याद नहीं है आपको ना? आप भूल बहुत जल्दी जाते हैं. आपकी प्रॉब्लम ये है जनाब कि आप बहुत जल्दी भूल जाते हैं.
बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
अरे पाकिस्तान, यू आर वर्स. आप 71 में इससे ज्यादा अच्छी थी आपकी फौज. आपकी फौज 71 में इससे ज्यादा अच्छी थी. आपकी फौज लड़ नहीं सकती. तुम्हारी फौज, अब सुन ले,
तुम्हारी फौज ना, यही तो बात है सारी. तुम्हारी ये आप लड़ेगी नहीं, आपको तबाह करेगी. यही कह रहे हैं. अगर आप सर खुल के मुझे दीजिए.
तुम्हारी फौज लड़ नहीं सकती, वो जिहादों की सलवारों के पीछे छुप रही है.
I want to.
If you try anything,
I want to know. We must keep repeating the point. You see, Shriram Cholia. The fact is today the Pakistanis have to explain to the world one fundamental thing that what Imran Khan did, Shriram Cholia, was that Shriram Cholia, What he did was he went to the UN and he was explaining.
You know what it means?
Raja Faisal, it's not my fault.
That has the nukes, he will use that nukes.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you.
Yes or no?
Thank you.
You need to tell your people.
Stand up and shout more. Stand up now. Stand up, Raja. Stand up and shout.
Raja is there.
We're all shuddering in fear. Stand up and shout.
Raja will always be there.
Yeah, Sriram Cholia.
Rajas have been ruling
Sriram
the
Cholia, what he
continent,
said
no
was.
problem.
Yes or no?
No, Sriram Cholia. He said that we have given refuge to Osama bin Laden. Essentially, what he did was he went to the UN stage and he said there will be more Pulwamas, there will be a bloodbath. So he's using terrorism as an instrument of diplomatic maneuver. He's trying to use the threat of terrorism as a diplomatic instrument. That's how I understand it. Am I correct?
He's
trying to use it as an instrument of diplomatic coercion.
Hatred. First, above all, Arnab, it's an incitement to hatred on the world stage. It is going to be condemned by everybody because he has been referring to Jews and Christians and Hindus and other groups in a denigratory fashion. He has been taking on some kind of a role like President Erdogan of Turkey as a kind of a spokesman for the Islamist cause. More and more the Taliban Khan is coming out, Arnab. You see, one is his admission and he tries to project himself as a moderate, but now it is quite clear he is Taliban Khan. The opposition used to call him Taliban Khan. He came up riding on the coattails of the military and with the support of the Taliban. That is how his Tehreek-e-Insaf party came to power, Arnab, in the first place. And now he is showing his true colors. Look at the way he is trying to divide and define the world in terms of Islam versus the non-Islamic world. That is how he has created a clash of civilizations. And Arnab, this is the same mindset, the same civilizational divide. We saw Osama bin Laden talk about it. Today, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, talks about it. And Imran Khan, the leader of a terrorist state, is also talking in the same vein, Arnab. So they are essentially the same. They all belong to one fraternity, which is jihadist.
You know, the other thing was, on the debate back. The other thing was, thank you.
Isolated because of this.
Thank you. The other thing was, Atikur.
Win the support of the rest of the world.
The other thing was, Sambit. The other thing was that when he was rambling and cribbing about Kashmir, he was almost threatening the United Nations with radicalization when he said, don't you think 180 million Muslims in India? No, 1 minute. Just a minute. You see, when he says, don't you think that 180 million Muslims in India will be radicalized because of Kashmir? What kind of completely unstable man staring at further sanctions actually does this? Then he says there's going to be a bloodbath in Kashmir. No, there won't be a bloodbath. Why would you want a bloodbath? A leader of a country doesn't go on a world stage saying that. The third thing was, and Atikur, you may say this, by the way, Omar is still shouting. Omar, stop shouting. Omar is on the screen. Omar, don't shout. I'm not saying this to provoke you.
The right to life.
He said,
let them live with dignity, or the Muslims of India who are spread across all states,
he was better off the screen, Mr. Goswami. Put him off the screen.
No.
At least
you don't understand.
We could hear you.
Yeah. The question is, he also said, GD Bakshi is responding. GD Bakshi. Yes.
Let the Baluch people live with dignity. Let the Shias live with dignity. Let the Muhajirs
let the
live
Muslims
with
of India live with dignity. Let the Muslims of UP live with dignity. Let the Sikhs of Punjab live with dignity.
All right.
Let the people of Assam live with dignity.
The Punjab are the pride of this country. All right. They are the pride of this country. You shameless fellow, after all the tortures you inflicted on the Sikhs, on the Sikh gurus, you have the chutzpah to talk. You have the chutzpah to talk about the Sikhs. What did you do to the Sikh gurus?
Condemn what
did you do? to the children of Guru Gobind Singh.
As a veteran, you should be.
What did you do to Bhai Mati Das?
As a veteran,
What did you do to Bhai Sati Das? Who the hell are you to talk of the Sikhs?
Army.
Oh, who the hell are you to talk of the Sikhs?
Murderer. Your
What
army
did you
personnel
do
are
to
murderers in
the
uniform.
Gurus?
Viewers, I have very little time left.
To the Gurus.
You have begged for intervention and money. No, essentially what the Pakistanis have done today, Sambit is on the debate. How much time do I have? Okay, I don't have time left, but viewers, I will give a right to reply to Sambit Patra. Sambit Patra's right to reply right now to Raja Faisal before I close. Sambit, keep it brief.
Yes. Mr. Goswami, I believe that as far as Pakistan and Imran Khan is concerned, we should not even dignify them by a debate. Today, the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has shown the way that we have to play. India has arrived on the global arena and we have to play on a larger canvas. We have to look into the climate change. We have to look as to how we have to eradicate terrorism. We have to lead the way in fighting poverty. Let these people shout over here. We have to bring in peace and harmony and we have to establish new order in the world. That's what India is meant for.
Well, I'm sorry for whatever your Prime Minister did to you. He went into a bizarre rant. He was before an empty assembly. He exceeded the time limit. He said my country is a poor country. He used a Hollywood movie to defend terrorism. And most of all, he went and said we are a country that takes bribes to create jihadi terrorists. I mean, I'm sorry for you. You know, I'm really sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Every time I look at you Pakistanis, I feel sorry. I feel a sense of sympathy towards you because of what you've become. But then that also is your own problem. And I shall see you over the weekend on the Sunday debate, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, good night and goodbye.